Introducing Distance Room Part 3. To simplify drawing the zones, you can use predefined shapes. In this section, some patterns are predefined for three types of characteristics. Circle is used to draw characteristic curves of Moho. In forward reach field, the maximum forward protected area is specified, which is in R positive direction if the characteristic is in a way that covers a part of the back of the relay. By using the offset field, you can apply this item as well. About the mentioned subject, note that applying offset does not cause forward reach to change. Moreover, it is also possible to apply negative offset, which causes the characteristic to distance from the origin of the coordinates. By entering the angle in the angle field, the center of the circle moves in counterclockwise direction as much as the value mentioned in this field. For example, if 5 and 1 are entered as forward reach and offset respectively in 0 degree, you can see that R equals -1 to R equals 5 is the area that is covered. Now, if 45 is entered as the angle, you see that the center of the circle rotates as much as 45 degrees. In this case, the radius and center of the circle can be obtained using R equals forward reach plus offset over 2 and M equals forward reach minus offset over 2 formula, respectively. Polygon characteristics are made of 4-line Cartesian. To change any of the sides, first you need to select the intended line and enter the characteristics. Explanations for this matter are the same as the explanations provided for the line Cartesian. The last characteristic is lens tomato. The use of forward reach offset and angle fields are the same as Moho characteristic. Parameters A and B stand for width and forward reach, respectively. And in A over B field, the proportion of these two is entered. If A over B is bigger than 1, smaller than 1, or equals 1, the characteristic will be in tomato form, lens form, and Moho form, respectively. If A over B is selected in the type field, by changing the forward reach, the proportion of A over B remains the same, and the width changes. For example, you can see that if A over B equals 0.5, by changing forward reach, the value of width changes. However, if width is selected as type, by changing forward reach, you see that the width remains the same and A over B changes. Practically, this characteristic curve is made of two circles, and the radius of these circles is shown as the R formula. The first circle is shown as M1, and the center of the second circle is in the form of M2, where beta, alpha, and phi are as illustrated. In the end, some points about this section is mentioned. By selecting any element, any information entered earlier will be deleted. By checking Invert All, the selected area inverses. This means that if this option is checked and 1 second is entered as the trip time, on the test page, you can see that inside the curve is no trip, while outside the curve is tripping area. By clicking on Clear on this page, all information will be deleted. After specifying the zone, the type of the zone should be specified in type field. If tripping is selected, its trip time and impedance tolerances should be entered in zone details, and for changing any tolerance, its checkbox should be checked, and then the changes can be made. Generally, starting zones are very big, which contains tripping zones, and the condition which the relay performs a trip is that the fault impedance is located not only in the tripping area, but also inside the starting area. Extended zones are those that are activated by receiving a specific signal from the network and usually cause the zone cover a big part of the line. In fault loop field, you can specify the type of faults that the defined zone can be used for. To specify that a zone is to be used only for two-phase faults, you need to select LL in fault loop field and check LL fault group, exclude L1, L2, L3 fault type in system setting. You can use active column to activate or deactivate a zone. Up and down options at the top of the table are used to move the defined zones. At the bottom of the page, there is a box including grounding factor, by which makes it possible to specify a different single-phase grounding factor for each zone. However, this section is in progress and it's not ready for use yet.